Hey everyone! Did you know that most home theater setups actually lose about 40% of their bass impact just because the subwoofer isn't positioned right? Yeah, it's wild how much that one speaker can make or break your whole experience. If you've ever felt like your movies or music are missing that deep, rumbling punch, you're not alone, and I might have just the thing to fix that. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I recently got my hands on the Earthquake Sound Supernova MKV-15 powered subwoofer, and after testing it out for a few weeks, I can honestly say it's one of those pieces of gear that quietly transforms your setup without you even realizing it at first. This isn't some giant, floor-shaking monster that takes over your living room. It's actually pretty sleek and compact for a 15-inch sub, especially when you consider what it's packing under the hood. It's got a built-in 600-watt RMS Class D amp, which is more than enough to fill a medium to large room with deep, clean bass without distortion. I've used it with everything from action movies to bass-heavy electronic music, and it handles both without breaking a sweat. One of the things that really stands out is the patented SLAPS design, Earthquake Sound's symmetrically loaded audio passive system. What that means in real terms is that the sub delivers tight, accurate bass with less muddiness, even at higher volumes. I tested it in my living room, which isn't huge but definitely not tiny either, and the bass stayed clear and punchy without rattling the whole house. The 24 dB variable crossover lets you dial in exactly where the sub takes over from your main speakers, which is super helpful if you're trying to blend everything smoothly. I found that setting it around 80 Hz worked best for my setup, but your mileage may vary depending on your speakers. Another nice touch is the auto-on feature. You don't have to worry about flipping a switch every time you start watching something. It turns on automatically when it detects an audio signal. That might seem small, but it's one of those little conveniences that makes a big difference in day-to-day use. Plus, there's a volume knob right on the back, so you can adjust it without digging through menus or using a remote every time. The included remote is a nice bonus, though, especially if you like to keep things tidy and not have extra cables lying around. I also appreciate that it's not overkill for most people's needs. A lot of subs in this price range can feel like they're trying too hard, but the Supernova MKV-15 stays controlled and musical. I ran it for hours during movie marathons and gaming sessions, and it never got hot or started to sound strained. The build quality feels solid too, no cheap plastic flexing when you move it, and the piano black finish looks good whether it's sitting out or tucked away in a corner. Now, no product is perfect, and I do have a couple of small notes. First, while the bass is impressive, it's not going to shake your walls like some massive PA sub would. If you're looking for that kind of earth-shaking impact, you might need something bigger or multiple subs. Also, the auto-on feature can sometimes trigger if there's a sudden loud noise, like a door slamming, which might startle you if you're not expecting it. It's not a deal-breaker, but it's something to be aware of if you're sensitive to sudden volume jumps. Overall, though, this sub delivers where it counts. It's reliable, sounds great across different types of content, and doesn't take up more space than it needs to. Whether you're upgrading your home theater or just want to feel that extra depth in your music, the Earthquake Sound Supernova MKV-15 is a solid choice. If you're curious about the specs or want to see today's price, check the link below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. For most buyers, the real question is not whether Earthquake Sound Supernova MKV-15 15-inch powered subwoofer, piano black, single, sounds impressive on paper, but whether strengths like 600 watts RMS with built-in Class D amplifier and patented SLAPS, symmetrically loaded audio passive system, actually make daily use feel easier, more dependable, and more worthwhile after the first few days of excitement wear off.